That's me right now. We're back here with these 32 Destinies. We left off at a foul point to leave off last time, and I'm sorry about that. L'Belle has just been dragged himself back out to the stand once again. We're going to challenge him once and for all now because we sort of cornered him into we found out a lot of very important details last time. Namely, that the identity of the Amazing Ninetales may not be what we thought it was. And also, just fair warning, my mic was acting weird earlier, so if it suddenly cuts out and I have to swap to the camera audio, you know why. I mean, we don't know why, it's just being weird for no reason, but you have some warning anyway. Let's not waste any time.
Please answer this court, Mr. L'Belle. Is the defendant the Amazing Ninetales or not?
You're about to testify to it, are you? I'll be the judge of that. I mean, he'll be the judge of that. I'll be the lawyer of that. The Amazing Ninetales' true identity. The Amazing Ninetales' true identity is not Mayor Temma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Timotaro right here and now, and that would bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale, just as the superstitions say. Do they? Oh, I don't have the book anymore. I'm definitely gonna have to push on this. Or maybe, Athena will be able to crack him somehow. Talk about out of the pot and into the fire. At this rate, the mayor will be found guilty for sure.
Honestly speaking, if Mayor Damian Temma is not the Amazing Ninetales, I'm afraid I don't see how the defense has much of a case here.
And let's just leave it at that, shall we? We all know Alderman Kubi was the Amazing Ninetales anyway. I mean, that's how Ninetales made a comeback. The Alderman was so popular. There's gotta be a hole in that testimony somewhere. But I don't even know where to start. And since we don't have any proof that the mayor is the Amazing Ninetales, then we'll just have to get him to admit it himself. But if he admits it, L'Belle's gonna expose the secret behind Timotaro. Ah, we're so close, I know it!
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Righty. I think we ought to press here, because we gotta get some more information before we really know what his gambit is here. Because we don't really even know what that secret is. You know, what do you make of this? I have 1 health. How's the mayor supposed to admit to his secret identity now? Well, we have to find a way to make him say it, or our entire case unravels. There must be a hole in L'Belle's testimony somewhere. Okay. This is the part that seems weird. He seems like he's saying too much here. Though I don't suppose I know why exposing the truth about Timotaro would bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale. Especially as Damian isn't from Ninetales Vale. I feel like the statue is important somehow here, but I don't know where I would put it. I mean, like, again, there's white hair inside. No, that doesn't help me here. Let's just start pushing on stuff. Hold it! This whole case only makes sense if the mayor is the Amazing Ninetales. I know you used his mask to create the illusion of a locked room murder.
Silence.
Nothing more than idle speculation. You've no evidence now, have you? Object! I've got 3 pages of evidence. I just don't know if it applies here. Mr. L'Belle knows what this statue originally looked like. That means he had to be in the Fox Chamber while it was still locked tight. Hold it! Sorry, but I heard about the statue from Alderman Kubi. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Oh, but what's that? The Alderman's dead. Looks like the joke's on you, my sweaty little friend.
Follow? You mind if I wring his neck?
Wait in line, because I'm going first. Temper. Anyway. They're both scrappy, I love it. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. Hold it! He might, you don't know. The only nonsense here in this court is you and your assertions. Such anger is terrible for the skin, you know. Beauty is like a flower that blooms forth from a serene heart. Excuse me? I wouldn't expect a wilted peasant like you to understand. Perhaps this fragrance will help the blossom within you bloom. No, how did you even hit me with that from there? You like that, didn't you? Enough jabbering about blossoms and whatnot. Get on with your testimony before I slice you into a bouquet of cut flowers. Oh dear, please excuse me. As I was saying, the assertion of our wilted attorney here is utter nonsense. But if he did to admit to such nonsense, I don't even know what I could possibly push on here. Hold it! You'd be arrested, wouldn't you? Yes, it's true. I would be sacrificed upon the altar of justice despite my innocence. But what a terrible loss that would be for the future of humankind's cosmetic needs. It is a tragedy that must be averted. Defend me if you understand this.
Silence.
No. The only terrible loss is the time wasted by your ceaseless yammering. Why am I highlighting this in orange? If you would avert the tragedy awaiting you in that vexing visage of yours, then... Yes, I know. Get on with my testimony. Anyhow, suffice to say, should the mayor admit to the defense's nonsense, I will make good on my threat, and I will expose the truth behind Temetato right here and now. Hold it! And just how did you learn of this so-called truth behind Temetato? Alderman Cuby told me all about it. The secret of the Forbidden Chamber and the truth behind Temetato. Ah, that's new. Secret of the Forbidden Chamber. I'm guessing this has something to do with that scroll we didn't pick up. Is it going to be like Damian's family was the one who once released Temetato or something like that? Why would he share secrets like that with you, Mr. L'Belle? Because of the alderman's wife. I was looking after her while she was hospitalized. He appreciated it so much she shared the secrets with me. Wait, did he threaten the alderman in addition to the mayor? Don't tell me that's how he learned how to open the Forbidden Chamber. Needless to say, I'm not above revealing the truth behind Temetato. That was interesting. That was new information, I suppose. But they didn't add it to the testimony or such thing. Hold it! Do not gaze upon Temetato. Do not tell others if you see him. Isn't that what the village superstitions say? Exactly! Telling others what Temetato looks like would reveal the truth. That's why the superstitions were written down in the first place. And Ruin coming to the village if you free him? Is that a warning not to expose the truth? Bingo! And that truth is, Temetato is a great, greed-inspiring fortune. That's what the whole battle over Ninetails Vale is all about. Temetato is a great fortune? Come to think of it, the lump of gold, is that what he's going to talk about? Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpapa told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there. Could Temetato actually be Mayor Temma? Forbidden Chamber treasure? Telling the villagers that Temetato is a terrifying yokai is what has scared them away from the Forbidden Chamber and the treasure within. That's how the treasure's been kept secret all this time. Well. So that's why the scroll depicted it like that. It wasn't that the whatever the lump of gold released Temetato, but rather than they made it to protect it. It seems our ace attorney here has uncovered the truth that must not be revealed. Mayor Temma looks like he wants to keep the truth hidden as much as I do. Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as Temetato exists. So what if I just expose this truth? There's a lump of gold in the manor. Then no one can blackmail Damian and he can admit to being the Amazing Ninetales. That's why the secret must be protected. As long as Temetato exists. Mr. L'Belle, please add that statement to your testimony. Which one? Tragedy is doomed to repeat as long as Temetato exists. Well, if he added that, I don't know what Apollo's game is here. Oh, well, I guess Temetato was an icon of goodwill here, so that's not all the way true, maybe. I'll push on that anyway. Hold it! So in other words, tragedy wouldn't occur at all if there were no Temetato. Yes, I suppose so, but that's wishful. Pardon me, this is L'Belle. Yes. You don't say. As long as Temetato exists, huh? Wait, hang on. Are they asking me to prove on this point somehow that Temetato doesn't exist? Or am I supposed to say that Temetato is an icon of goodwill in this statue? He's speaking sort of like rhetorically here, so I don't really know how to put evidence to that. Or am I supposed to put the paper because like it's clearly good for business? No, it's not. Well, it's not Temetato that's good for business anyway, really. Okay, I'm gonna put this one because I think what he's getting at is that, well, for one thing, the nine-tailed fox battling Temetato is what gave the town its reputation back, but also this cup was originally a token of goodwill. Objection! Oh god, the music didn't stop. We're gonna die. No, I thought we'd be able to get through this without dying. Damn it. What happens if I say Mayor Temma here, though? I'm just curious. Mayor Temma just has to be Temetato, right? Okay. Please, Apollo, stop messing around. Sorry. I couldn't resist. I had to see what was said. Unless I meant to say that the treasure was stolen. So this no longer holds water? Objection! Oh, that actually makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Mr. L'Belle, what if Temetato no longer existed? revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it? If Temetato no longer existed. What on earth are you talking about? Of course, if the great curse is this treasure and the treasure's gone, then then who cares? Oh, apparently you haven't heard. Temetato no longer exists. But I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the Forbidden Chamber, there wasn't any treasure there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. Nah, sorry, but I have proof that Temetato no longer exists. Take a look at this figure.
What do we have here? It looks like some sort of creature.
We found this in the Forbidden Chamber. It's an Azuki Kazo figure. The great thief Azuki Kazo used to leave them at the scene of his crimes. Are you suggesting that Temetato has been stolen? Mm-hmm. Yep. Phineas Filch's grandfather, a master thief, was the culprit. And by that hideous moron caretaker's grandfather, no less! No! My beautiful golden Temetato was... The greed inspired by Temetato can no longer bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale. Isn't that right, Mayor Temma?
The root of tragedy would indeed seem to be gone. In fact, I now recall the Alderman revealing the secret to me on the day of our meeting.
God, now all the motives and everything makes sense. It was all just for that damn treasure. I don't know why that seemed... I couldn't figure out what was going on with that.
He must have been speaking of Temetato, for he said to me, the gold ingot was gone.
The gold ingot? You mean the treasure that is Temetato's true form? I don't remember it being an ingot, I remember it being like a lump.
Recall, if you will, the scroll in the Forbidden Chamber. Temetato is the yellowish object shown there. A giant gold ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon Ninetales Vale.
So you admit to not being Temetato yourself now. You can drop the weird creepy eyes thing now. Thanks.
In return for that gold my ancestors did receive from Ninetales Vale, land that would become Tenma Town.
I see. I guess that could be an ingot. I think of an ingot as being more like a cut block.
But drive the villagers mad with greed did that great fortune. Bitter was the greed-fueled battle. It was as if they were possessed. My ancestors' gold became as a curse upon their village, a curse of ruin. Thus it was that the yokai Temetato became to be.
So Temetato and the village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away.
Fairy tale or not, Temetato made quite the mess of things.
Yes, indeed. For there is no greater monster than a mortal man's lust for gold.
Well, you know what they say. The love of money is the root of all evil. Do they?
My ancestors did bring a terrible thing here to Ninetales Vale. A thing so terrible that Temetato, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep it a secret. Yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. Tenma would never seek to take over Ninetales Vale in a merger. Oh my. That was quite a shocking lesson in history.
Mr. Mayor, now that we know Temetato no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? You are the amazing Ninetales, aren't you? Hold it! No! Don't do it! Please! No! God, I got some of my own cologne in my throat!
Be gone, you demented demon! Now, where was I?
The Golden Lord of Yokai, the amazing Ninetales, is indeed me.
And that means... Jinxie!
Yes.
The man wearing the mayor's clothes who you saw collapse in the Fox Chamber. Was he wearing the amazing Ninetales' mask?
That's what made me think it was Papa. He said he was going to reveal his secret identity to Alderman QB that day, so... It really wasn't Papa I saw there, was it?
It was Florent's idea from the start. He advised me to reveal my secret identity to the Alderman.
Yeesh. Goldman machines have less elaborate setups than L'Belle's scheme. I know, right? How did he... That's... In a way, he's kind of brilliant to have guessed it all. But a few odd coincidences like Filch just kind of ruined it all for him.
You may rest easy now, little Jinxie. That monster's deception is through.
Oh, sorry. The true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Tema did not kill Alderman Cube, but Florent LaBelle did.
How dare you, peasant! No!
Silence. I love this Amazing Ninetales thing, by the way. What? What? See, speak already.
Justice Dono. You should at least have a real blade in your hands if you desire to cross swords with me.
No, you're really not getting. I don't want to sword fight you.
Or have you mistaken this battlefield for a training ground?
What does this guy want now? Honestly.
Evidence is like a razor-sharp blade that cuts through bone as if it were butter, as though it were butter even. But you have only blind guesses, a dull blade incapable of cutting even a cake.
He has you there, Mr. Justice. After all, evidence is everything in a court of law.
Did you not see how LaBelle reacted when I told him there wasn't any gold anymore? but... They're right. Let's see some evidence. Of course, a perfect being like me wouldn't leave any incriminating evidence behind.
This is the final battle. Just as Sam and I must live and die by the sword, you will live or die by the evidence you hold. My swift blade of judgment awaits. Now present your conclusive evidence, or don't you have any?
Oh, God. Do I have anything conclusive? Yeah, I mean, he just already explained this one away by just saying, Phil chatted on him. We can't back down now. Of course I do. Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. History button. You do? Of course. It's just the conclusive evidence we need, too. I'm gonna finally prove Mayor Tema innocent. Here comes justice! Let's review the facts. Well, this is new. The most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime scene itself. The mayor and the victim were the only two people found in the room. Also, we all thought the alderman was killed because he was the Amazing Ninetales. But as we know now, of course, we were way off. The Amazing Ninetales is really Mayor Damian Tema. That's why when his daughter Jinxie saw the Amazing Ninetales collapse at the scene, she mistook him for her father. Those are the facts as we have revealed. However, Mr. LaBelle asserts that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime. This is cool. It's like this thing is in his forehead right where a third eye would be. But he didn't say anything about evidence outside the crime scene. Maybe he isn't as clever as he thinks he is. Does any of the evidence found outside the crime scene provide any clues? Oh, well, surely. Yeah, well, the mask. A clue inside the mask. Oh, I know, the Amazing Ninetales mask. It was found washed up along the river. What sort of clue does the mask hold? Probably it's the white hair, I reckon. White hair inside the mask. And what about the hair left in the mask? Who does it belong to? Well, we don't know that for sure. I guess what he could be saying is that if Rex Cuby's hairs are in that, but we know that Rex Cuby isn't the Amazing Ninetales, then we know someone planted the hairs. As a matter of fact, we know at the time that he would have been wearing that he was blonde, so I guess it has to be Rex Cuby. The hair in the mask belonged to the alderman, so the true identity of the Amazing Ninetales is the alderman? No, of course it isn't. What am I thinking? Someone had been wearing that mask at the crime scene. That's what I should focus on. Oh, okay, but his hair was blonde at the time. We saw video of it. The white hair is LaBelle's. Oh, right, the hair is Florent LaBelle's. Yes! Now that's what I call conclusive evidence. Look at this poorly stretched texture on my forehead now. No, just joking. I mean, we should have tested the hair long ago, but...
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have any conclusive evidence to present to this court?
I do. Of course I do. Observe this mask, if you will.
That mask? How is that conclusive evidence?
It's not the mask itself, but the white hair inside it. We originally thought it belonged to Alderman Rex Cuby.
Yes, but the Amazing Ninetales, as we now know, is Mayor Tema, so...
That's correct. So the question is, whose hair could this be? And the answer to that is the last person to have worn it before it was discarded. That would be you, Mr. Florent LaBelle. What are you talking about? I never had hideous white hair like that. Right, but it washes out with water because... so that must be his natural hair color.
It would appear your coup de grace has failed to hit its mark. This freakish fop is not the white hair type. because he's busy being one ludicrously garish color or another.
Objection! No, Prosecutor Blackwell, it's you who has made a fatal error.
What?
Remember where this mask was found? It was washed up by the side of the river. With that in mind, this last piece of evidence will solve all the remaining riddles. The one that it washes out with water. Take that!
That's... What is that?
This is Mr. L'Belle's own private brand of hair color. He washes out with just water. The defense would like to request that L'Belle dunk his head in a pool of water and see if it turns white. The court will also recall that the Amazing Ninetales' mask washed up alongside the village river with white hair inside it.
What's this? Are you saying that Pretty Peacock's hair color is...
That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. L'Belle's hair color is a freaky work of fiction, but thanks to the river flowing through Ninetales Vale, we now have a real life expose. The white hair in this mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. The DNA test is all we need to prove it, and we both know we'll get a match. Admit it! Florent L'Belle, you were the one who killed Alderman Rex QB! You peasant! How dare you! You profane my beauty like a book. I'm going to stare at you like I did the Alderman! No! Let me go!
I can't come to the phone right now. Hello. This is L'Belle.
What?
The project
Is off.
This is L'Belle. The sponsors have pulled out. L'Belle speaking. I'm fired. I mean, I'm no longer Maritima's aide. Hello. This is L'Belle. What? There's a stratospheric damages claim against me. $100 million. I'm finished! Washed up! Stick a fork in me, I'm done!
This is getting really sad.
This is preposterous. I, Simon Blackwell, defeated. Order! Order! Order in the court!
Oh, some kind of breakdown it is. That was one of the wildest ones in the series. The way his head just kind of like lolled from side to side like he was already dead.
Well, this is quite the unexpected outcome.
I must hand it to you, Mr. Justice. After that first time, you really turned this case on its head, just like that other lawyer, Phoenix Wright.
Wait, that was a compliment, right?
Prosecutor Blackwell, what have you done with Florent L'Belle? The defaced man is withered like a flower without water.
One of the officers is currently tending to him with a sprinkler.
Wouldn't that just wash even more of his makeup off? It's probably for the better, I guess.
Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the gold ingot, known as Temptato. I like that twist. That is a pretty dope-ass twist. However, few are allowed into the manor due to its cultural ties to Ninetales Vale. L'Belle set in motion plans to gain access to the manor and the gold within via the merger. But the efforts of the Amazing Ninetales saw those plans come to a halt. And thus, L'Belle murdered the alderman and attempted to pin the blame on Martima.
I see. But what I still can't comprehend is why would he go after the gold in the first place? Mr. L'Belle doesn't look like someone who is in need of financial aid.
L'Belle hid his past well, much like he hid his beauty with makeup. He's mired in debt. Debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love. Which is why he sought the gold with such voracity.
So he's that's messed up.
He's like desperately in debt because of that one-off joke they made earlier about him only wanting the brand for himself.
Too bad for him. Someone else had gotten to it first anyway.
I see. Very well then. I believe it's time I declared a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Damian Tenma, not guilty.
Yes, that's an appropriate amount of confetti. Thank God this trial is over.
You can stop doing that now, Mayor Temma. I thought in your first case, Athena, I would have been entirely dead if it wasn't for you.
Court is adjourned.
Mostly, I was pretty cool with the logic. I mean, obviously, there were a few points where, because of the localization and weirdness, it was awkward. It was, you know what? My biggest problem was genuinely that bit where L'Belle said he fled down the hallway to the right to get to the hallway with the phone. There were like 3 things wrong with that. You shouldn't have needed to put it on the phone to get that one. And what he said was incriminating about him having been in the room at that point, at some point anyway, because he says to the right to get to the hallway with the phone, which you would only ever say facing down from here. Anyway, court is adjourned, as he says, so why were you even worrying about it? April 19th, 1:23 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. That was some seriously good layering, Apollo. Even I didn't see that coming. I just got lucky, I guess. You banished Temataro from Ninetails Vale like you were some kind of exorcist. Why is this photograph been here? I don't recognize that one at all. Let's give credit to Athena as well, please, Phoenix. There's still one thing I don't understand. How come Mr. L'Belle didn't kill Mayor Temma, too? He could have set it up so that the mayor murdered the alderman and then died from a counterattack. That would have removed at least one possible fly from the ointment. I was wondering about that, too. But I have a hunch L'Belle was biding his time. He was planning on exposing the Amazing Ninetails' true identity himself. Huh? But why? Because the mayor was the Amazing Ninetails. Had L'Belle succeeded in framing Mayor Temma for the alderman's murder, the wrestler's popularity would have plummeted once his identity was revealed. Oh, I get it. If the Amazing Ninetails was just killed, he'd die a hero, but if he was proved a villain, his fans would abandon him, making the merger that much easier. Right. Then when the merger was complete and everything cooled down, he'd be able to search the Forbidden Chamber at his leisure. What an insanely intricate plot!
A most excellent job clearing my name. A feat worthy of the Demon Lord's approval.
Why are you acting like Temataro again?
Let this be of no concern to you.
He's just started enjoying it, hasn't he? How could it not concern me?
Temataro, be gone! Jinxie, it seems like ages since I've laid eyes on you. Papa, you're finally back! Yes, it would seem Temataro is no match for you. I'm not scared of that silly yokai anymore.
Your father's a free man now, Jinxie. Isn't that great?
Thank you for all you've done. Seeing you guys in action, it made me feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore.
Wait, is Jinxie actually smiling?
This is all thanks to you two. Too bad the Amazing Ninetails will have to retire, though.
Ah, how come?
What do you mean, how come?
Once everyone hears I'm the Amazing Ninetails, my fan base will nosedive. After all, I'm not the most popular of people. Another reason for my secret identity. I don't see how I could possibly continue.
I think you misjudged yourself. Take a look outside.
Say, now that you mention it, what's all that noise out there?
A big crowd gathered outside the courthouse once the news broke. It seems they want to get a glimpse of Mayor Damian Temma, the man behind the mask. And to root for your return to the wrestling ring.
Rooting? For me? But I thought I was nothing more than a malefactor in their eyes.
The only one who really matters is Jinxie. Show her how cool you really are.
Yeah, you're the coolest when you're out there fighting in the ring, Papa.
Jinxie.
Here, I think you'll be needing this. This bloody statue! Take that!
Thank you. Now, if you would excuse me. I don't want to keep my fans waiting.
Yeah! Ninetails! 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 Woo! Oh my god! How does... I thought he was a wrestler, not a genetically engineered superhuman.
Ninetails Vale forever!
Ninetails! 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 Woo! That was cool. I sure hope they can settle the problems between Town and Ninetails Vale. Me too. I'm sure they'll be fine. After all, the blackmailer/killer is behind bars and the murder's no longer an issue. Plus, the Amazing Ninetales is obviously still a hit, and I suspect Ninetales Veil will be too. And it's all because we believed in our client, just like he said. Okay, people. Now that we've got that one in the bag, let's go get something to eat. I'm starving. Sounds good. I've been so nervous I haven't eaten since yesterday. Better keep eating, Apollo. You might have to start looking up at me. What? Oh, looking up at me, as in being short. Huh? I'm definitely past my growth phase, and you should be about past yours too. Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started. Ready or not, it's face stuffing time. Keep eating like that, and the only direction you'll grow is sideways. All right, Apollo. Now we're just getting hurtful. Very funny. But I've got a hollow leg. I can eat as much as I want without gaining an ounce. Really? Well, I can't wait to see this. Calories? Ha! Just let him try to stick on me. Alright, you two. Let's get going before the old man closes shop. Eldoon's Noodles isn't an all-night stand, you know. I figured that was where that was going. Are you sure you want to eat that much of Eldoon's Noodles, Athena? I'm with Mr. Wright. Let's go. I've been waiting to have a bowl from there ever since Mr. Wright told me about them. Oh, what are we waiting for? You. Noodles are on me today, so I expect some serious eating from you two. Yay! Thanks, boss! I won't let you down! Athena has no idea what she's getting into. Mr. Eldoon's noodles are so hot and salty. 2 bowls would kill a man. That was our first case together, and it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. The dark age of the law. It seemed so distant, so irrelevant to our small, cozy office. But little did I know that it had been lurking all along. Right there behind us. Behind us? The first time it made itself known was during the murder at something, and I can't skip it because it just immediately skips it. That case would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night that was to come. Sorry, I didn't see the something law agency. Is that what they said? Yay! Case 2 complete. Episode 3, Turnabout Academy. I should not do this now. I should do the DLC mission, which I've been told happens. Wait, hang on. How do I? Okay, it automatically goes to episode 3 after that. So what we'll have to do is just load that. We'll have to load this file when we want to continue with episode 3. But right now I want to do the DLC one before I forget. But I've been told that the banner is spoilers. I'm going to try and just get in there and not show it. Damn it, I think I might have seen one of the things that was a spoiler here, but...
My name is Phoenix Wright.
God, hi! This voice acting.
Wright Anything Agency and a lawyer.
We're not going to get too far into this one today, but I want to at least start it.
Something else entirely for a while there. As for why I decided to formally get back into lawyering, let's just say there's unfinished business to take care of. Anyway, I thought I'd reminisce about my first case back on the job.
Oh, fun!
What a case it was. It happened only a few months after Athena joined our office.
He mentioned that she was part of the reason he came back. I think he did, anyway. But I can't remember precise. I think that he said that in the first episode, right? He said she's kind of the reason I... Anyway. Whoa. Oh, is this the Pirates one? I know about this one somewhat. I know who you're defending in this one, at least. Oh boy, this ought to be a hoot. There's an Urka with a star on it!
We made it just in time.
I don't think orcas make a cute noise. Well, I guess they make a number of noises, don't they?
Pirates, we love to sail the 7 seas. Just a bunch of scallywags who are as free can be. We swim through storms and waves, all because you see grand treasure and adventures waiting just for me.
Yeah! Brilliant. Oh, I love SeaWorld. It's amazing. God, there's a dead person on that raft. This has to violate some kind of health code. July 20th, 12:37 a.m. Wright Anything Agency. I know of this case because I've heard, there's a channel I watch called Outside Xbox that does, like, rankings of stuff. They do, like, lists of all kinds of gaming things. And one of them was, like, top 7 video game songs that got stuck on our heads forever. And one of them was talking about the pirate song from this mission. Apparently, it plays a lot during the mission, or during the investigation and stuff. I guess we're about to see. July 20th, 12:37 a.m. Wright Anything Agency. Today's my first day back on the job as a lawyer. Putting this attorney's badge on again really makes it hit home. Boy, am I pumped. Even Trucy said, "Looking good, Daddy." So, Athena, Apollo, what do you think of the old attorney's badge? Wow, this ship-shaped aquarium show is great. I can't get enough of it.
Athena?
I still can't believe they showed the Swashbuckler Spectacular on TV. Good thing I recorded this. Now who's ready for another viewing? You've already watched it 5 times. Let's watch something else now. How could you even suggest such a thing? This show is therapeutic.
Boss here, asking you guys a question.
What's so therapeutic about watching a killer whale? What? Don't you know anything? Animal-assisted therapy is an established psychiatric treatment.
None of us have the degree you have, Athena.
You're kidding. That kind of thing really exists? It's a real thing. I've been to the aquarium myself to try it, and it really helps.
I still go there every now and then just to further my psychology studies. The last time I went, I saw a dolphin and an orca swimming around together. It was so... Hey, do you two think you could quit goofing off and do some work for a change?
Work? But we've already cleaned the toilet. Twice, each. Hey, wait a minute. Is that your badge I see? Wow, congrats on getting your attorney's badge back, boss.
Thanks. Starting today, I'm officially a lawyer again.
Sheesh, took him long enough to notice.
And on that note, I think we're actually all out of time now, so sorry to leave it there, but I absolutely would love the chance to get into this one. Well, I heard that it chronologically took place after episode 2. You know, it seems to be going all the way back to before even Athena's second case, which was the first one we did. But then even the second case was a flashback from Athena's first case. Oh no, I see. Okay, so this is after they did Nine Tails Veil, because this is July. Right, and Athena's here now. Oh, sorry, I got it mixed up in my head. Okay, so this is... Because the first one was closer to December, right? So this is in between the first and second cases. Got it, okay. I think I got it. So Athena and Apollo have had a case together now, but only the one, basically. Great, well, we'll be getting into it again next time, but for now, that's all. So next video coming on the channel is going to be... we're finally getting back into Yume Nikki after all this time. So I think we only have 7 episodes recorded, so next episode will be episode 8 of Yume Nikki. I've got so much remembering to do of where we were and stuff. I don't remember anything of what was going on. I remember the odd thing, but I was drawing maps and it's been so long since I looked at them. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm hyped to get into this case because I know who the defendant is, and I will just say that I really like the sound of them being the defendant. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace!
I wanted to see
Crashed into someone's burning wreckage and they like bounced off your windshield. Sorry, carry on.
I already forget which character is on my like, that Falcon.